Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Kristi. Today I'd like to attempt to do the ultimate, I don't know why I can't say that word, ultimate envelope journal a la Natasha at Treasure Books. I don't have a 9x12 envelope. I know that's hard to believe, but I use those things up like crazy. Need to make a trip to Dollar Tree and pick up some more of those. But I do have a 10x13, so that's what I'm going to use, and I think it's going to give me a little bit more room. We'll see. So I've got 12 pieces of coffee dyed paper, and that's going to do 2 journals and a waterfall journal. And then I have my 10x13 coffee dyed white envelope, and then I have some, this is from the, it's not Theodosia, what is it, the Teasdale Studio, Kirby Teasdale. There's a couple of butterflies and some plaid and then some floral, and I don't know how much of this I'll use, but I wanted to have it on hand. And then I am going to also use the butterfly collection from your creative studio. And I've got in here a bunch of butterfly ephemera. There's some stamps, there's postcards, there's post-it notes, little, I don't even remember what these are, but mostly stickers. There's more stickers, all kinds of stuff in here. There's even some paper, postcard, fun stuff. So, but we'll get to that at the end. We need to do the structure first, so I'm going to put these aside as well. I am going to be doing some sewing. I'm going to be sewing my journals. The journals are made from 4 pages of coffee dyed paper, and I'm going to be using my sewing machine to sew those. You could do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I will leave Natasha's video link below in the description box so you can check hers out. She is so organized, and she gets her video into one nice section, and I just lately cannot seem to get organized enough to do something like that. So we're going to do kind of a process video, and I'm going to mess it up, and it's going to be different, but it'll all come out in the end. It always does. I don't have any wide washi except for this. She used washi, and I think this is, it's like a clock, a bouquet of flowers, and a card. I think this is from the Your Creative Studio when it was Alice in Wonderland. I think that's how far this goes back, and I've used a lot of it. I don't have enough to do this whole journal. All I have is Tim Holtz, and it's not quite wide enough. So I'm going to use, this one's slightly wider, I'm going to use the micropore tape, not the fabric athletic tape. This is paper. The paper tape, you can tell the difference because it is transparent. It almost disappears when you use it. I can add ink to it, and it'll be fine. So that's what I'm going to be using to construct mine, because I don't have any of the nice, well, you know, I do have these, but they're paper and they are lovely. But I wanted something a little bit more neutral, because this one I have is the pink florals, and then I have a blue one. I got these at a Hobby Lobby a long time ago, before I even had a Hobby Lobby on my side of town, and I haven't seen these there in years. I would love to pick up some neutral rolls like this, and I think they would make fabulous hinges. You could use fabric, you could use like I said, masking tape, whatever, lots of options. Okay, so let's get busy. So I want this envelope, and like I said, mine's going to be slightly larger because I have a 10x13. She used a 9x12, so slightly bigger. And we're going to start by folding this. Now I have written down her little list on my phone. Fold envelope in half, leaving 1/4 inch here. So we'll start with that. And I think this is going to give us plenty of room because this is, well, this ends up being a little like 6 1/4, and then this is going to be about 9 3/4. So that's going to be awesome. All right. Okay. So we've got that folded. Okay, and then the next step is to make one of the journals. This will be the first journal. So like I said, I've got 4 coffee dyed, 4 coffee dyed, 4 coffee dyed. We're going to use them for different things. So this one looks like, oh, I thought it was ripped, but it's not. So we are going to fold this in half. And these have tea leaves on them still. I'm going to fold that down. I'm not worried about it whether it's perfect here. And I am going to clip this. Where's my little... If I clip it and then run it through the sewing machine. So I usually don't lay it flat when I'm doing the sewing because it has a tendency to kind of buckle on me sometimes, but maybe I will. If I get that right in there, and if I leave it up just a tad like that, it seems like I can see, not only can I see the center better. These things are hard. I'm having a hard time opening these. My fingers don't want to work. The other day I tried to open one and it popped on, went on the other side of the room. I should get out my other, now because this is coffee dyed paper, it's not all the same. It shrinks up differently. It's kind of strange that way. Wow. I'm losing my strength. Let's see if I can, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to sew down this and I'll be back. Okay, so I've sewn down the middle of that signature, and this gets attached to this side of the cover. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is put the tape on this piece first, just so I can see what I'm doing, and I'm going to go longer than I need, about halfway. There we go. And clip that. I didn't get that straight, but we'll fix it in a minute. And there's no right or wrong on this, so this is going to get attached here. So I think what I'm going to do is kind of line it up like this. I want to just center it, and then I'm going to wrap around. Now, the thing I like about this micropore is that it is really sticky. You do not need any extra glue for that. Okay, so that's on there. And we're going to open it out, and we're going to put a piece along this side. Otherwise, it's tacky. So, let's get that on there, like that. Bring it across, and then I will trim this off like that. And I'm going in between, I don't know if you can see, make sure I'm in here, to stick it to the other piece of tape. Okay. Now, even though this is paper tape, it's pretty sturdy. So, and you can see how it almost disappears. So I'll be able to put something over that if I want, or just ink it. We'll see. Just clip off that little piece. Okay, so we have that journal. Now, because Natasha was using a smaller envelope, she trimmed this so that it didn't butt into this. I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, so we've got that journal there, and let's see what's next. Okay, I am going to attach these to the center here. I've got 3 envelopes. These look like they're almost the same size, don't they? No, that one's a little bit bigger. Okay, I want to put this one in the middle, and I want the flaps on this side. So I think I'll do the same thing with that. I'll just put the tape across there halfway and be able to see a little bit better, and then trim it. Trim this side. Okay, and then I want this to be right in that crease, and I don't have enough room here to do everything, so here, that journal's flipping on me. I want to fold this back and get right up. I'm going to draw a line for you and for me. Everything's flying all over. So hopefully that'll help you see it as well as help me. So I'm going to come right up here, centering. It's about 1 inch on either side. I'm going to come right up to that and then let it go. Now I will erase the pencil on this side. This is not going to show, but I am going to erase it on this side, that side. Okay. I was looking for a tall envelope. I didn't have a tall one. I know this is really pink. Oh, and it says Auntie. Let me find another one. That one says Auntie. That one says Auntie. You know what? These are from Auntie, in case you didn't know. I'm just going to cut. I'm going to decorate. I don't want to do that one. I think. Let's do this one because that's a smaller area to decorate. So here we're going to want to do the same thing. Make sure the opening is on that side. Yeah. Let's see. I dropped this one. This one doesn't have any name on it. Okay. My sister sends me a ton of stuff. And she's like, I'm getting rid of this. If there's anything you want, keep it. Otherwise, throw it out. And I do. She has given me a lot of envelopes, a lot of ribbon, those kinds of things. I'm not sure I'm doing this correctly, but we're going to go with it. So I'm going to come along here again on this edge, kind of try to center it there. Get up to the edge and let go, and then I will put tape on the other side as well. Here. So that we don't have any sticky stuff sticking out. And I need to do that to the size of this envelope. So there we go. Okay. So we have that one. And now we have the green one back here, and we're going to do that. Let's see, did I put that one on backwards? No. Okay, it opens out, it opens out. We want this one to open out. So I'm going to put it on this side first, and I'll come back. And it's the same width here. These will match the butterfly papers that I have, so that's nice. Get that down, trim this off. Even though these are non-stick, this micropore sticks to it. So, alright, so how did we do this? This goes this way. Alright, so I'm going to turn this one around this way. And I think I'm going to have to stand up. Make sure that right on that edge. There we go. Okay. I'll burnish that down. And then we'll put a piece in between here because it is tacky. And I didn't get it perfectly, but I can adjust that right here. And just fold that down and put the tape over the top, and we're good to go. There we go. Just like that. Okay. I want to get in there and make sure this tape is sticking to the other tape. And I didn't leave any space in here. I forgot to leave space, but I think we'll be okay. What that does is it causes it to stick up a little bit, but there's going to be a journal in this pocket as well, so I think we'll be okay. And I just want to get that flat as possible. Okay, there we go. All right, so we've attached the 3 envelopes. The next thing we're going to do is the waterfall journal. So I'm going to put this aside for a second. We're going to put a waterfall journal right here. Okay, and I think that this will go this way and this way and this way, and then, you know, it'll wrap around like that. So I don't think we have too much margin at the top. I think we're okay. Okay, so I just eyeballed this, okay, and it's not exact, but it's close enough. I'm going to go to the sewing machine and bind this down here. So I'll just put these clips on, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went and sewed it, and then I forgot that I need it to be cut. So, well, let's just do this. I don't mind if it sticks out a little bit here. So I think, where do I want that? I think I'm going to do right about here. And we'll just trim that off. And we'll hope for the best. I don't know if I can cut it through here or not. Oh, sure. If I open it, it probably can, huh? Of course, my measurement's on this side. Let's just see what we can do. Almost makes it. I'm going to get the closest measurement so I can tell you. Looks like it's approximately 5.5 that I'm doing. All right. I'm just going to go back and forth. And I'll just use my scissors to trim this little piece there. And this is already ready to go for something else. So I'm going to stick it over here in my stash. Okay, so we want to hang this on here the same way. Now, because my envelope is taller, I don't think I want this to be all the way at the top. I think I want to bring it down. I am going to put, I think I am going to trim this up a little bit too. Not sure how. Excuse me. Probably should have left well enough alone, but I don't want that cutting mark on there. So I'm just gonna sand that off. So it looks more natural. You can do that all the way down and then it won't be so noticeable. Okay, and then I want to erase this little mark. Okay. So I think if I put a little outline here, and I'm gonna cover this over so it's not going to show, but that way I can tell approximately where I want to center this, and it'll be under that. So I think I want to stick it right about there. Yeah. So I'm going to put a little line, and then I'll erase the parts that might show. I was thinking I was going to put paper under here, but I'm not. So, I mean, I guess you could mat it if you wanted to. Alright, so I want it right there, centered between this and that. So let me get a little tape on there. Don't think that was straight, but I'm not gonna sweat about it. And I am gonna turn this around so I can see it better on this side. What am I doing? I want to pull it this way so I can see. Center it from side to side and line it up on that line. Checking this, and there we go. Okay, and then we'll want to put some on the other side as well. I want to clip this piece. Need to clip. I should have clipped that before I glued it down. See if I can get that off. Boy, my phone is ringing off the hook today. Nobody ever calls until I start recording. Okay, I'm just gonna make that do. Alright, so now we have our accordion. We want to put another piece of tape down here to secure it. And make sure we trim this one better. So now we have our waterfall there. I got a piece of something under that, but it's okay. So we have our waterfall, our booklet, and our envelopes could actually go this way. Okay, I have to keep moving my phone because I keep getting all these phone calls. And I had a bunch of texts. So, alright, so glue the inner cover panel down. Alright, so if we have this closed, this is our cover, and the inner cover panel would be here. What'd I goof up, guys? Did I put that in the wrong place? I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the deal. Natasha attached this to the very top, and then she covered this panel. Wow, that came off easier than I thought. I am going to have to do it backwards and then just eyeball it. So I'm going to cover this. So what size do I need to cut my paper then? This is 9 7/8. So let's do 9.5 by 6. 9.5 by 6. And I think I'm going to use this paper. So let's cut this in half at 6. Uh-oh. Okay. And do 9.5. And I think that I will do 2 of these because I'm going to have to do that other back panel too. And even though it's going to be slightly smaller, I'll leave that over there on the side for now. And yeah, so this is going to go here. And I think there's writing, so I think it goes this way. I am going to go sew around this. Be right back. Okay, so this is the first time we've had to use the glue. So we'll wait for it. If I get some of that air out of it, it'll suction some of the glue to the bottom. My sewing machine sounds like there's a bird in it. It's chirping. So it doesn't usually do that. I don't know if it just doesn't like this paper or what. Okay. So there we go. Center that. Use my, I don't know where my other bone folder went. There we go. Now we can put that waterfall back on. Yeah, that looks good. So let's try this again. All right, I want to get the tape on there. Cut the tape off. got a piece right on my finger that doesn't want to come off. Okay, so I think I'm just going to hold that down and figure out where I want it, because I did center it. Go up a little higher, and that looks good, and down. And then we'll do the other side as well. My desk gets smaller and smaller as I work. Does anybody else have that problem? It's like I keep bringing all these things in and letting them sit on me. Sit here on my desk while I work. And yeah, it starts to close in on me. There we go. There's my bone folder right where I left it. Okay. Flip that back down, and I have a little piece of tape somewhere. Yeah, right here. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just gonna tuck it under, because it'd be easier to tuck it than to clip it. It's not even noticeable. Yeah. Okay. All right, so we've averted that problem. And so I'm probably thinking that'll go that way. That'll go that way. Then we need to put a piece here. And since I've already got it at 6, I think that'll work. I'm not even concerned about this lip here, although it does come down a little bit, maybe ½ inch. But this way is still going to be 9.5. I used to love working at the kitchen table because, I mean, I didn't like hauling everything out and then putting it away, but I had the whole kitchen table to myself, and it was kind of nice. So let's see how much we want to cut down of this. If I go right up to that edge there, yeah, about ½ inch. Let's just do ½ inch. And then I'm going to sew this one as well. That would make some good crinkle ribbon. Just double check this. Yeah. Where's that? Fold is over there, so yeah. All right, I'll be right back. Okay. I don't need all this extra stuff here. Gonna have to clean my scissors, they're all sticky now, so all right. Yeah, that'll work. Should have left this laying on its side. The glue is not sticking to the paper. Come on now. Time to, I think I need to get a new lid, because this does not keep it from drying out, and I have to add, you know, a lot of acetone to it at, you know, like every couple days, because it gets so thick like this. So I really like this applicator, though. I like the, you know, how it comes out better than the regular Fabri-Tac container, but it's it does dry out really quickly. Okay. So, yeah, I think right about there ought to do. Looks good so far. Okay. So what is next? Yeah, next time I go to Hobby Lobby, I need to go down the cake aisle and see if I can find some lids for those, because that's frustrating when you're trying to use the glue and it won't come out because it's too thick. All right, let's see. Glue the back panel down. Make a journal for the back. Okay, I am going to make a journal for the back. Got my last 4 pieces of paper, and I think I'm going to use this and cut this 8.5 by 11 and use it. Let's see, it goes up, so I want 11 this way, which comes out to cut off an inch, and it doesn't go all the way to an inch, so it goes just a little bit over the edge. It would have been nice if they made it exactly 1 inch, but it's like 1/8 of an inch shy. Okay, and then on this side I want 8.5. And I'm going to use this as just a little journal cover for that journal. So fold that in half. And put this inside. And put the clips on here and we'll sew it together. Man, my fingers just do not want to work with these clips. This is the reason that I got the quilting clips. You know, I brought those out of my stash and used them once, and I don't know what I did with them. Probably back in my quilting stuff. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, get this header off here. I always use up my scraps, and those are my headers because I can't stand when my fabric gets stuck inside of the machine. All right, so there's the journal for this pocket. That should fit in there nicely, like that. All right, and then, you know, when we get to decorating, of course, we'll decorate that. So what's next? So far, this is pretty easy, except for my little faux pas a while ago. Reinforce the spine and flap hinges. Okay, so, I'll do that on this side. So, I think I want that to be flat. So, I'm going to, this is the spine. And I'm just going to use a piece of micropore to reinforce it. Just like that. I'll trim that off. And trim this off. Okay. And then we want to reinforce this hinge because that's the closure and it's going to be open and closed on a regular basis. So there we go. Whoops. Trim that off. just want to burnish those really well. I almost wish I had some fun washi tape, because I think the washi tape does add to the effect. Kind of gives it that decorative element. I think I'm going to go ahead and reinforce right here too. So let's take that out for a second. I'm hoping I can get it right. Whoops. Well, that's not going to do it. Right up against one edge. And then need to cut that just a tad more. Yeah, I did pretty good. Got it right up there. Okay. All right. What's next? Now, Natasha did a screenshot at the end of her video. Not a screenshot. She showed her instructions at the end of the video so that you can follow these steps. Okay, so reinforce spine and flap hinge with washi or fabric. Cover the front of the journal and cover the flaps on both sides. All right, so let's cover the front of our journal. And I think I'm going to use, you know, if I had thought about it, I would have sewn around this. But because I did sew around these pieces, I am going to sew around the cover piece. And there again, what did I say? 6 by, this should be the same, 6 by 9.5, but let me double check. So 6, and yeah, 6 by 9.5. And I'm using up my scraps, guys. I'm so excited. My Kirby Teasdale pad is down to about 1/4 of an inch thick now. So I have used quite a bit of that. Kind of nice. Still not enough to warrant buying any more paper. Sew around this, be back. Okay, so I'm attaching the cover panel, and I need to do a back piece, so I may do that with the butterflies as well, but that's not on the instructions, so I will leave that to last. Let's get that off. Maybe that will help if I don't have as much gunky stuff at the top. Nah, it's just very much a pain. So, plan B. See if this will do us any. So much faster. Okay. This is our cover. And I probably will add a focal point of some kind when we get into our other box. So there we have the base part of our journal. That goes in there. Then this wraps around like that, and I'm going to cover. So here's what I'm going to do off camera. I am going to put a back cover piece, and I'm going to cover this on both sides, and then I will come back and we will decorate next time, because this video is getting really long and it's going to take a long time to upload. So I mean, I'm breaking it down into bite-sized pieces. I'm not nearly as organized as Natasha. I love watching her videos. They're so neat and tidy. I love it. So anyway, thank you for watching, and we'll be back with part 2. See you next time. Bye now.